how's it going, mate?
How's it going, man? You alright?
Jus Ritz here at the hit store. Good to have you here, mate.
What's going on in the store?
I'm going to get it open in just a few minutes. I've got a bit of a situation here, but, you know, I know you come down here, you want to get in the hit store. Do you want to eat? You hungry?
Nah, I want to go to the shop, bro.
I'll let you in the shop. Let's go, please. Let's go eat first, yeah? Let's go eat, yeah? Ritz, good to have you here. I know you wanted to come into the hit store and everything, but I'll get you in there at some point. Someone's going to come and drop the keys to me later. If you're wondering why we're here, I've got the problem with the shutter. I can't get the shutter open at the hit store, but I did promise you Jus Ritz, and he is here. Do you want to order some food now or something?
Yeah, I do.
Actually, no, we'll order later. Just chill, we'll order some food later. Let's talk about yourself first, though, man. First album's just come out.
Yep.
Tell us a bit more about yourself. Let's start from the beginning of Ritz. How did you get where you are today?
Well, I was born first. Yeah.
I don't need to know that much detail. Okay, I don't know about that. I don't know about the diet dummies and all that sort of stuff. Don't want to know that. Tell us, musically, where did it all start for you?
Just at a young age, really. Instruments. I learned various instruments. Just influence of other people.
What sort of instruments?
Stuff like dolki, dol, you know, the harmonium, piano, stuff like that, really. That's what I picked up on from a young age.
You say young age, what are we talking about? Less than 10, 12?
Probably about 11, 12 years old. So, 11 years old.
From that age, is that something that you saw people playing the door, you saw people playing the door, you thought, I want to do that? Or
yeah, when I was younger, it was the first instrument was the door, actually. I was like, my sister had some sort of player at school, and I went there and I got, I want to be like that guy. And then it carried on. That guy told me how to play door, and then now he plays for me at shows.
So artist-wise, if you could pick anyone though in the industry, because I know you love your boy bands. I know you love your boy bands in the past.
Look at so much stuff in my history, man. You know too much about me. You're actually clued up. This is not good.
You told me this before, right? I know you love your boy bands. If you could pick a boy band, let's do that actually. Any boy band that you'd love to sing with now, even if they're not even around now. Who is it going to be?
Really isn't good in coming across really well on camera, but thank you for this. I think if I could sing with anybody, if they, you know, Beatles, the original Beatles, you know, I love the Beatles. They're the original boy band, aren't they, really?
Right, yeah.
Or I still have, you know, a great affection for Backstreet Boys.
I knew it, Backstreet Boys. I knew that was in there, Backstreet Boys, but I must admit I was a fan back in the day, Nick Carter, the boys.
I think for me, it's just because of my vocals, I learned how to sing by watching them. All my harmonies and all my inflections.
This is what I was going to say. I think the trademark Jassi Whoa has got to be.
That sounds like you're in pain. I was worried. I was like, stop everybody.
I was pinching myself as I did it, but that I think has got to be. Is that down to the boy band influences?
I think it's down to the fact that you know, my Punjabi is a hybrid. I'm born in the UK, so English is my first language, and because I was brought up on a diet of, you know, boy bands and boys to men, and, you know, any English music that was going at the time, and the Bhangra music, you know, from Hira, Alap, Mulki, DCS, it kind of mixed up, and, you know, that's my vocal style.
Sound, obviously, everybody wants to have the best sounds, they want to have the best music and things like that, but, you know, you're talking about the lights as well. Do people really care? Is that really important, or is it just something that you think, oh, you know, I'd love the lights are good, but, you know, the people at the parties, they care about that?
Of course I do. You'd be quite surprised when people send, you know, their sort of wedding schedules to you. They'll say, oh, I want a red light when I walk in, and, you know.
Is it that specific?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I've done one show, you know, not so long ago in one of the big hotels, and they constantly want a yellow ray of light on the floor. So, you know,
what's that all about?
I've absolutely no idea.
You must have had stupid demands like that before then.
Loads of them.
Yeah.
What was the worst? There must be like.
Oh. Where do we start? But all of our customers are brilliant, and we like working with our customers. And
you've got to say that little disclaimer.
And nothing's a problem.
It's been great speaking to you. We haven't finished yet because you're going to give us a lift down to the hit store then, man. We've still got your requests coming up a little bit later. Come on, drive, man. We've still got your requests coming up in the hit store a little bit later as well.
You know what? Whoa.
What's up?
Leave this.
What do you mean leave this?
I've done the interview. You might as well chip.
You're not giving me a lift?
No, seriously, I've got to get back. It's getting late, and plus, you know, it's getting dark. Let's take these shades off and that. Anyway, Jazz, it's been nice meeting you.
What is that, man? Safe, then. I'll be back after the break.
With my own products, you know, I've worked with a lot of different artists, and with Dow, we gel very well. It's like, you know, there's no kinks in the chain, but, you know, we're always bouncing ideas off each other, and, like, you know, I may be thinking something and he says it, you know, and vice versa, and, you know, we're very alike in our music tastes as well, and, like, when I'm working on something, you know, he can, you know, quickly think of something on top and vice versa. So I think, you know, we work pretty well.
Okay, here's a test. Think of a number between 1 and 10. Don't say it. What number is he thinking of?
7.
7.
Oh, whatever. I knew you were going to say that. See, you guys are all young, hence the name, obviously young Archie Assignment. But how difficult is that for you guys? You're getting into, we'll talk more about your album because you've got that coming out soon. We've got the exclusive of your first video. But how is that all tying in, especially for the other two with their, with their exams and things like that? How does that work out?
I think that because it's something that we want, that we're all willing to put in the hard work. I mean, obviously respect the fact that everyone's got exams and it's hard work and whatever, but because we're so willing to put in the hard work that we're really positive about what we do, so we just keep going and going.
And are both of you guys in that situation yet with exams and things like that, or you just don't, like them, they've got their exams coming up, you guys, are you like in uni or college or whatever?
I luckily graduated, so...
So you got plenty of time to spend on music, yeah?
I'm cool with that, you know what I'm saying?
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, you guys did say that this is your first TV interview, but, just relax a little, you're doing alright. You got a little nully on you. No, I'm only joking, I'm joking.
I was studying every little thing about being a performer.
What sort of things do they teach you? I mean, is there anything quickly you can tell us now?
Especially with dancing and stuff and performance, deadlines, time limits, getting things on point, is quite...
It's more the business side as well.
More the business side,
contracts and how to deal with, stuff like that, management.
So you don't get shafted, basically, yeah?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember once, I'm going to admit it now as well, yeah? I've had one singing lesson in my life once.
How did it go?
Poor, because obviously I do this and you guys sing, basically. With this song then, you were telling me a little bit earlier there, you've run into a few problems with it.
Tell us a little bit. Problems, Jas. What I'd call them is, maybe ignorance and misunderstanding on some people's part, because some people have taught this song and they've heard it and they just took a few key words out of it and just mixed them up and come out with a completely different interpretation of what the song actually means.
Give us an example.
Basically the ball of the song are Asal Pashan Punjabi di Galpaya Khanda, yeah, which actually means the true way of recognizing a Punjabi is if you see them wearing a Khanda chain. Yeah, we don't literally mean it that every one of the Khanda chain is a Punjabi, for example. But the problem we've had is people have twisted the message around. Maybe other people with ulterior motives. I don't know who they are. Maybe people that don't like me personally, and they've spread a lot of emails and message boards, all the rest of it, which is basically full of haters anyway. The internet. If you look at as an artist, when we promote our stuff, because I own my own label, radios give us love, TV gives us love, but internet is 99% hate. So we don't really worry about internet haters anyway. They know who they are. They're sitting on the computer all day long.
They've already sitting there now saying,
good luck to you.
He says we're a bunch of haters.
Yeah, we're still smiling. We're still eating. So, but what happened was they twisted the message around. They twisted it, and they were claiming that the song was meaning that all Punjabis are Sikhs.
Yeah.
Basically, that would mean Pashan Asali Punjabi di Galapaya Khanda.
Yeah.
The way of recognizing the true Punjabi is a Khanda, which is a completely ignorant message, and I'd produce that song if that was a message.
So it's just a mix up with the words if you just switch them around.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I do a lot of shows nationally, internationally, and I play to Hindu Punjabi, Muslim Punjabi, Christian Punjabi, Sikh Punjabi crowds, and I'm not, a racist person. I don't believe that all Punjabis are Sikhs. That's a very stupid statement to make. The Sikhs are probably the biggest minority in the whole of Punjab. If you look at East and West, Pakistan, Punjab. So this is the problem that I had. People were spreading it on the internet, and then kids that don't understand Punjabi that well, they probably just read the English translation, and it's like Chinese whispers. It spread.
Yeah.
And that's it. But anyone who understands Punjabi, people like Nirmal Sidhu, who actually wrote the song, and he wanted it as a title song. This guy's been singing for 35 years. He's not going to make something that's going to offend massive proportions of the population. Me as a producer, I've been doing this for 11 years. I've not come here to offend people. I'm not in this music industry to create hate and tension. I think music is a way of breaking barriers and spreading love.